So I'm gonna get two chairs actually. Okay. So you have chairs at home, right? What do you do? Put them like this, okay? For your self-defense practice. Okay. Am I in the middle? Is me in the middle of the frame? The model. Okay. I'm a blind person, just so you know. I left my glasses at my friend's house. Alright. So look. You have to be like your buddies, like your friends, okay? But they have to like pretend to be your worst enemies. It has to be like an energy that's like they're like you're cornered. Like so you're like a vulnerable like gay person, right? And they're two very large men. And they just walk up to you and they're not moving. That's kind of scary, it's kinda crazy, right? They start to speak to each other. This guy's like, hey bro, hey bro, hey bro. And this other guy's like, oh yeah bro, oh yeah bro, oh yeah bro, oh yeah bro. And you're right here and they're just like screaming at the top of their lungs. So they're just not acknowledging that there's a person right here in between them. So apparently no one taught them any manners, you know? So that gets to be your job to teach them manners. Why? Because I said so. Because we said so. So we're gonna be doing something called step practice, and I'm gonna demonstrate for that, okay? So if I'm here, these people have arms too. If I move, I feel like it doesn't matter if you feel like maybe you can make yourself. You don't want to make yourself smaller in that situation. Mentally, neurochemically, you cannot think smaller. You know, like there's no way of doing that. These are big people right here. You know, like it doesn't even matter if they're big or not. If two people just impose their energy upon you, like you're already as small as you can get because that's what your nervous system just does, right? So you have to think not small but like smart and like strategic, right? So it's like how to like get out of the situation, not only avoiding these two motherfuckers, but like avoiding that energy that's like not you're not enough, you're not sufficient, you're not smart, you're not educated, you're not good energy, you deserve this somehow. Like this is your fault, this is your problem. It's not. And there's practices at work here, and there's body movement at work, and there's body movement that we practice with. We have the modalities available to us to practice and to get out of the situation safely and comfortably and without even thinking of the TV. And you just get home, you put on the TV, you fall asleep, and this never happened, right? It's called mindful movement around people. It's called self-defense, okay? Call it whatever you want. You don't have to call it self-defense. Call it self-practice, self-protection, self-loving, right? Self-movement, self-accountability, right? You have in this situation, you have to get yourself out of the situation because these people are like on another fucking dimension, bro. Like they're just like being crazy patriarchal because they just like that, I guess. Like they just like to be that way for some reason. I guess maybe they don't like to be that way, but like, what are you gonna do? First, you have to get out of the situation, right? If by chance you have the energy today to like open up a book about the patriarchy and educate them on the patriarchy, that's if they're willing to receive that kind of education, right? Which they probably aren't, because I mean, come on, they're like, hey bro, right? You know, they would have to slow down for you, and it's like, whang, right? So this is what we're gonna do. With these two chairs, you're gonna lean on one, okay, to practice that the self-security thing. Just lean like this, and without putting the chair, without toppling the chair, okay. And then the other one. And so this is practice for your step. Okay. I want to bring in more to stepping is important here. So you're gonna lean. So each lean is one. 1 till you get to 40. Okay, and then you're gonna do this. You're gonna hold your chairs, put your foot up, bend this knee, and hit. Watch it with this one because this could be painful. Wear socks or shoes. Wear socks. Don't wear shoes. I don't like shoes. Because when you wear shoes, your feet, you wear shoes all day long, and when you wear shoes, you're usually like in bed or sitting down. So I want you to do it with socks on so that your feet get strong. Especially with your bent in a bent knee position, your foot can get super strong. Super duper strong. Okay? So you bend your knee, you hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Just randomly. Don't think about it. 6 until you get to 40. Okay? Other knee. 40. Okay? Try to find a way. Remember the foot rack, how we worked with the foot rack? Let me get the foot rack out. We'll get your foot rack out. This is how your heels grow fucking crazy sickening muscle, okay? When you use the foot rack, remember what we did here? Remember this part. There we go. So try to get the middle of the rag between the chairs. Get them even. Get the middle of your foot in the middle of the rag. Okay. All right. Middle of the foot, middle of the rag. Okay. About, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. And then step off. So get to 40. Step off. Get the heel exactly where the other heel, where the last heel was, and go pop, 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 40 times. Okay. And then we're gonna talk a little bit more about that dropping core thing, how you drop to the ground, right? So the feeling of safety and security comes from the root chakra, okay? And so this is about anti-fascism and anti-patriarchy and anti-capitalism and queer rights and Black Lives Matter and anti-capitalism and opposing white supremacy. It's about racism and shit, right? It's about homophobia, it's about transphobia, it's about queerphobia, right? It's about a lot of things. It's called oppression, it's called capitalism, look it up, right? So it exists, all right? So look, you are being told all the time, right, that taking a posture of safety around people is like not allowed. Meanwhile, you know that it is allowed. Like it is allowed. Like even saying this to this person talking, tall guy, like with like short hair, like, hey, excuse me, right? What's your problem? That's allowed. Why are you guys talking over me? That's permitted. What is not permitted, ancestrally, is that they fuck you up. Like, fuck you. I was here first. Well, you know that's not true. You have no right to speak to me in that way. This guy. Yes, I do. Right. So that's what's not permitted. Unfortunately, due to fascism, to capitalism, to white people acting, so you said two big white boys, right? For many reasons, they get protection first. But that's just because we're not being accountable for one another. We're people of color, black and brown people. We're just not coming together enough, right? We're not organizing. So a safe posture, a public one, is just this one. Okay. Right. So we're gonna do some movement for your core down here. So it's called dropping core. It's called fighting. So you've heard of taking the high ground. You've heard of a battle being won because somebody had the high ground. That's subjective. You can also have the low ground with someone, right? If you have a lower center of gravity and you know how to, and you have the abs, of course, and the leg muscles and whatever, most of the abs, right? To move the hips and whatever, the core, right? To move here, you're at an advantage, right? Because if you're grounded, that's like, oh, that makes all the difference, right? So that's what we're gonna do. You're gonna take this posture, okay, and you're gonna hit here, okay. This 1, 2, 3, 3 to 40. You're gonna switch legs. 1, 2. Can I put your other hand right here, or just pocket or whatever. I like this. This is pretty strong. This is for your core. For ab muscles, pull your hand right here, okay? 1, 2, 3, until it's 40, okay? All right. So we're gonna take advantage of this because I don't like moving my chairs too much. These are my chairs, you know. So the next thing we're gonna do, from this position, you're gonna put your fingers down, or your hands, whatever you see. It's for me, it's my fingers. Right? I for your long arms. You're gonna take your leg and put it in between the legs, and just stick it out and put your knee back down. That's all. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Until you get to 40. And then you're gonna put the chairs side by side. Okay, it's gonna be a fun one. Okay. So this is a particularly useful thing for people who are smaller, who have a horrific fear of big people with like a big body, right? Which is like everybody. Like, don't lie. Don't lie. You're scared, right? I get pretty scared. People literally go outside with guns and call themselves the police. They call themselves your protection when they have guns on them. What? What is that? What is that shit? Then why people go, what? Don't respect the police? It's like, no, I don't. They have literal guns, big ones, outside you like this, in the supermarket. Stop it. Whatever. I don't want to die. If you want to die, you turn off the video. I prefer to not die. Okay. So, what we're gonna do with your knees. You're gonna put your hands up though. Okay. And this chair you're gonna do with your knee. I'll show you. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this side, and then I'll turn the chairs around and show you from the other side, maybe, if I have the energy. But you're going to put your hands up, though. You're going to kick the back of the chair with your knee, not too hard. Don't break your chair. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then you're going to come to you're going to do the same to the other side, to the other knee. 1, 2, 3. Okay? The middle of each chair. Okay? I feel like you saw that. Okay? That's all for the chairs. Alright, I want to put them back. Okay. Alright. So, that's it for the chairs. The objective of the chair is just to practice with like a presence in your house, right? That's like, that you can move around, that represents that tension of patriarchy, you know? That you are allowed to move in front of patriarchy. You're allowed to move against patriarchy. It's allowed. Why is it allowed? It's because I'm doing it right now. Look. Shishi, don't sit down. I sit down. Don't stand up. I stand up. How do I know I'm allowed to do that? It's because I just did it. Anything that happens, am I allowed? On the other side, for the opposite direction of that statement is that I might be allowed to spill this on the ground. Does that mean there's no consequences for that? No. But am I allowed? Yes, I am. How do I know that I'm allowed? It's because I can do it. Like, nothing's stopping me. But there's consequences for every action, right? So if you want to be oppressive, and somebody practices their self-defense today, and you get hurt, you get injured, you were allowed to do that. Be oppressive, sure, but my student was allowed to defend herself. That's allowed. How do I know it's allowed? It's because she did it. Also, there are laws in place. Self-defense is allowed. It's allowed. So long as the law protects police officers, though, that murder people, I don't really want to talk about the law. I want to talk about self-preservation, rights and power, self-determination. That's me. Your next thingy, just be the stick thingy for your elbows, so you can stay low longer. So like I said, when you're low, and if you have mobility, low mobility, you're able to do stuff like this. right? Then that's just like a huge advantage in the fight, like enormous, you know. So that's to be certain, like that's like just your abs, you know, you have to have your abs. Flexibility is involved, strength everywhere is involved. It's all relevant. Don't discount core and self-defense though. Like being able to do that back to back without break is like you might want to talk about flexibility in your legs and stuff, but like just doing those movements. Say if I put you through one of those movements, the last one, this one, like this, 1, 2. After doing 40 of those, say you took your time, or say you took your time, say you didn't. Like say you stopped in the middle, say you didn't. By the 40th one, you have that range somehow. You know how you're gonna get to that range, right? Now, doing the last one, then the next one, just dropping and doing like this, and then coming back up. That's your core strength, right? And so the reason that we practice, you know, the separate movements, say the last movement, 1, 2, and then the big movement, which is just getting back up fast like that. Like that's a second movement, doing 40 of each. That's important to get that range. But in order to do them back to back, you need those abs. You know, so the elbows, the other hand, they're connected to the core in the sense that you're able to like, if your core doesn't come through for you, the elbows will. Like you will just be able to like find another position to push yourself up. But you need core first still. You know, so let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. The elbows are supposed to add to your core strength and give you like better decision making when you're low. Like an idea of like what your next movement is. I teach that a lot in skating class too. If you're interested, go to skating lessons. 40 on each side, okay? And that's it. That's all for today, okay? Thank you for coming. Thank you for putting on the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click on all my links. Okay, I made them just for you. The best one is the website.